How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago. What is this? Monday. What do we got? February the 24th, 2025. It's gonna get above 50 degrees today. That's pretty good for February. And you see they're hosing down the Millennium Park ice skating rink here. Here we are along Michigan Avenue. How you doing there? And we saw them. They were doing this earlier here. So here's the last remnants of the snow we got last week and the week before, the piles, and it'll start to melt down here. So hey, how you doing here? I'm starting just a tad bit early. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. Such a nice warm weather day after the cold weather we had here. So thanks Chris, Lorraine, and Prince, and Krista, Charles, and Teresa B. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, we'll go over and check out the bean. We'll let people file in here, the lunch bunch here, and we'll enjoy this balmy weather. It's a full 50 degrees warmer than it was last Monday, so we'll take advantage of this. I'm thinking about heading to the South Loop. We'll try to make it to the South Branch of the Chicago River, and then we'll just head back. We'll take a nice little jaunt through the loop, the South Loop. We took a walk to work this morning on TikTok. Jason, how you doing there? Hello, thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, I think officially it's 49 degrees. I'll call that 50 Fahrenheit. Above freezing here. See, people were gathered here at the Great Bean of Chicago Cloud Gate. Of course, Anish Kapoor, the artist from London, and they call this Millennium Park here. So the official ice skating rink. Hey, put it on the big screen there. Thanks, Chris. And I know it's probably better in the landscape format on the big screen, but it helps me edit it out in the shorts here, and we can transfer the footage to TikTok and YouTube if we have to. Hey, look at all these people. No, hardly any coats. People carrying their coats because it's warm, and it feels great here. I'm really going to enjoy this walk here. See, there's people here gathered. More people out today because people got their luggage. Look at this. Yeah. So Chris, yeah, I want to see that video of that Cybertruck getting stuck in Grant Park. Did anybody see that video? I still need to check it out there. I don't know what format it's in, but we were trying to figure out if it was the same Cybertruck that we saw that got towed there in Lincoln Park. I've been seeing a lot of videos of Cybertrucks getting stuck in the snow, and other Jeep and truck owners laughing because yeah, it's a great stylish truck. They called it they showed even like Hummers being able to outperform the Cybertruck, and you know, I'm not trying to get political. I'm just talking about the pure performance of the vehicle. You know, Elon's a big boy. He runs a capitalist firm there. He can deal with hits to his brand there because he can sure troll it out. He just can't take it himself. But look at this great view of the bean here, and that's why you had to buy the platform, so you could level the playing field so billionaires were getting discriminated against. Hey, look at that! They're taking see, they're pointing. This beautiful view here. So we'll keep going here. I just want to start this at the bean here. We'll head down into the loop there. We'll head towards the South Loop. We got noon, 12 o'clock right on the dot, so we got a full hour here to walk on my lunch break here, and we'll head down to the South Loop, and let me know what's shaking there. Hey, Lorraine, Nelios. Yeah, happy Monday, Anita, Krista. Yeah, good morning. How you doing here? So, Anita, we're up to almost 50 degrees. It's a heat wave here in Chicago. It's nothing compared to that nice California weather, but you know, we'll take it. And I saw that Steve Carell and Bieber did some hockey charity to raise money for people in the fires, the LA wildfires. They were doing a celebrity hockey fundraiser there. And so here we'll head down. I just saw that on the elevator there. Hey Dolores, how you doing there? Yeah, it's close to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Windy City fan. Yeah, this is the warmest day we've had in a while. It was, you know, of course, last week we were in the deep freeze. I missed some morning live streams last week as we leave the bean here in Millennium Park. I'm gonna unzip my coat. I am wearing a baseball cap, no gloves. I've unzipped my winter coat. I'm not dressed in layers. People are out walking the dogs. There is a service dog. We'll head right down Madison Street here. We'll check out the Loop of Chicago here. Look at that. So here, there, date night there, go to Millennium Hall. Yeah, the ice skating rink's officially closed for the season there. Hey, thanks Teresa B. Yeah. 68 degrees and where was that? Calabasas, California. Hey, thanks for tuning in from Calabasas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I like saying Calabasas. I wish I was in Calabasas, but you are, and we're in Chicago. I'll take that. And yeah, we got 50 degrees, a big 5-0. At least we'll round it up here. There we can see where we're at here. We're south of the Wrigley building. There's the Great Bean of Chicago. We just, Netherlands. Yeah, Dan Soko, thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, so what is that, like 10 degrees Celsius? Waiting for the light to change here and we'll cross right into the city here. There's that, you went inside there, there's the Chicago Athletic Association. There's the entrance to Grant Park Garage. So here's the map of Millennium Park. So we just walked through there. You can check this out online there. And hey, that's a nice service dog here. Okay, we got the light. Let's go. Let's head into the loop here. So as we cross, I'll point north here. We'll zoom into the Wrigley building. You see how there's a North Grant Park parking garage entrance right here. Yeah. And Soko, how you doing there? See, look, there's a train pulling in there. It's going into the Wabash and Washington Station. That's what they call this, even though this is Madison Street, because it extends up to Washington. Hey, she's got a gimbal. See what she's got there? That's a gimbal just like what I got here. And so I think that's a DJI. I got the latest version, which I like. I'm not even fully utilizing all the capabilities. They got microphones, Bluetooth microphones that'll help out with the wind. I can do this extra camera, and we could set up like shots when I'm like hiking or something. You know, I could put it on a tripod and it'll track my body walking around. It's amazing what the improvements they made, and it supposedly has a better battery life too. So here's the Cantina on Madison here. Tacos and margaritas. There's Paisanos. Paisanos are all over the city. Here's the Paisanos here in Jewelers Row District here. We're by Wabash here. We got 1204, near 50 degrees here. Not bad for a Monday in February here, February the 24th, 2025. Hey, look at all the jewelry here. Get your diamonds. We Buy Gold Diamond Center here on Wabash. We'll go underneath the Washington and Wabash station here. You hear the train pulling in. Yeah, Chicago loves you. Thanks for tuning in here. Hello, Staka. It's nice to see people walking on the street here. Wabash here. We'll head over to State Street here. Yeah, nice day. Hey, John James, thanks for tuning in there. Lorraine, Dolores, Delios. Yeah. Teresa B, Windy City fan. So there's a Reckless Records right here. There's Reckless Records, other areas of the city too. Look at that beautiful door, number 23. Look at that, there's beautiful details. I get excited by little things like that, even like this stuff. Doreen, how you doing there? Yeah, hopefully you're warming up there. We're up to 50 degrees here in Chicago, so we're finally out of the deep freeze. Hopefully you're warmer too. Thanks for tuning in, Krista. Yeah, here's the Carson Prairie Scott. And there's the green line pulling out of the station there. Look, there's the Gothic Target. This is the Gothic Target. We'll cross State Street here. Here comes Siren, so here comes an ambulance, I think, here. Yeah, Chicago Police, Chicago Police. still got the light here. There's the Chicago theaters up that way. This is State Street. I'll stop and zoom in once we get across the street. The light's about to change. So hey, look at that double-decker bus. Is anybody taking the big bus? There's the Chicago theater. We were up there this morning on TikTok. Here's the Walgreens. So this is where the Sears store, we were talking about it. I know Taco Jalapeno Salsa looked it up for me. This is where the Sears store used to be, in the loop here, right across from Carson Prairie Scott, which is now the Gothic Target. And we go by this all the time. There's some people on the top. People taking a tour there. And here's the Gothic Target, Louis Sullivan architect design. See the Chicago style windows? See how large those windows are? That was a major innovation to have windows that large in a building this large here in Chicago. It was built in 1900. So here we'll head this way. And hey, we'll go back to Zoomy Heads. Got skateboards and trucks and styles. Nice alternative styles here. Let's check on the construction. We'll walk by the Chase Plaza here. They've been doing construction on the plaza there where the Marc Chagall mosaics are. We'll just briefly do a quick look over the construction fence there. Other side of the pond. Thanks for tuning in for the other side of the Atlantic there. Yeah, Jason. Calgary, Canada. Yeah, thanks Jason. Thanks for tuning in north of the border. And I want to distance myself from any statements our current president might be making about Canada. That's his. I did not. I don't know why I think he has a strategy for angering our closest allies, and it's just the art of the steal or whatever he does there to do his little antics there. Eventually, I mean, how many times can you cry wolf? Here's, I'm talking about, well, I got to keep my opinions to myself. I always get in trouble anytime people, I can vent here a little bit more on YouTube. I think you guys understand where I'm coming from. I'm amazed that, several people have been messaging me. They said, I just put like a little sarcastic thing in the little message there on TikTok, the word bubble that goes above your icon there, my splat face. And people are like, I liked your channel before you became a radical political operative, for the left there, and you and then I'll go to their page and there's nothing but regurgitating like MAGA memes, and they'll even put like in their tagline, even if they want any content, they'll be like, I'm a strong conservative. Oh, that's fine. That I respect people's opinions. I respect your opinions if you differ from mine. I don't expect anybody's political views to align with mine. We're all different. I'm like, I got free speech. I know people get angry when they get blocked in the chat, but that's just like being bounced from a bar. It's not free speech. And I got to toughen up, and I guess the people on my channel have to toughen up too, because we're gonna see some scary stuff here. I venture to say. Here's the Marc Chagall mosaics here. We've got reruns before they start this construction. This is the Chase Plaza here, middle of the loop here. We're on Dearborn Street across from the Inland Steel building. We film this often actually, but see they're redoing this sunken plaza, the giant Chase building here in the heart of the loop of Chicago. We got 50 degrees. I'm going to try to get down to the south loop. We got 1210 here. So we'll see how far we can make it here in 20 minutes before I have to reverse course here. Here, let's see, they got the sidewalk closed here. We're doing construction here. There's the Italian Village. There's the Italian Village right here on Monroe. And wait for the light to change here. Here's the Inland Steel building, a historic mid-century modern. And there's the CIB theater there. They're showing Clue. Here we'll cross the street here if we can. Good glass car here. Okay, they're stopping good. Hey, they're doing construction. Oh, they're taking down the Christmas lights. So they're taking down the Christmas lights. The Marquette's buildings there. Patty, how you doing there? Yeah, I know. That's why I tell people. I said you're allowed to be conservative. any constitutional republic needs an opposition party. You know, I understood Biden had opposition. There were people opposing the Biden agenda. There'll be people opposing the Trump agenda. That's what happens in a constitutional republic. Not everybody agrees with the party that won the election to power. There's checks and balances. I'm just shocked by how many Americans don't know their own civics, and it shows you the power of the propaganda where they're okay with the king as long as the king supports their views. But it would be really scary. They wouldn't like it if Biden crowned himself a king or started acting like it either. And some people thought he was, but he's not in power anymore because that's the system we got. Everybody takes turns. Here we go. Look at the bell here. So here we're over to Clark Street. So they were doing a lot of construction there. There's still construction. You can see all the way to the Thompson building. We might get up there later. I'm going to head this way. There's the L. South of us, we're going to cross the L tracks there. Here's the L. Hey, the tacos here. Hey, we'll get this nice view looking down LaSalle Street. We'll go down this way. And maybe we'll head back Dearborn Street the opposite way here. I'm kind of getting reversed the way I want to go here, but that's okay. Hey, look at this. This building erected MDCCC 1910. That's what the Roman numerals say here. The Harris Trust and Savings Bank here. 1882, 1907. Okay, so probably after 1907. That's why MDCCCCX. To me, that sounds like 1910. I don't. There's my math right there in the Roman numerals. Look at the L train there. Yeah, the Board of Trade. We're about to see it here. That's why I went this way. There's such a spectacular view to the Board of Trade. I mean, it shows you the density along LaSalle Street. All these financial buildings. They added floors. They added floors there. Look at that. And here it is. There it is. Your Board of Trade here, LaSalle Street. Let's see if we can get out in the street here if there's any cars coming. Look at that view. I know it's a little hard facing south with the sun here, but this is LaSalle Street, heart of the loop of Chicago here, the financial district. Historically, now it's pretty empty because it's all electronic. People trade from home. All those people that used to trade on the trading floor in the Ferris Bueller's Day Off are gone. And when I moved here in 1999, you would still see people in color-coded blazers with the numbers and do the hand signals, the open outcry, the cattle pits, the pork belly pits, all the commodities exchange. We still have the Merc, which is a futures market, which is over by Wagger. This is LaSalle Street. So Bear, how you doing there? Yeah, thanks for tuning in there. Grain market for the world. Yeah, stacker of wheat. So, hey, thanks for checking out the this is an amazing building too. They built this in the late 80s. It kind of references the old Masonic building. There was a Masonic tower that got tore down on State Street. And here we'll cross the street here. And this is good because we'll get a view to the Sears Tower here. Here's the Rookery Building, Adams and LaSalle. This amazing building. Halliburton Route, we've gone inside. You can check out reruns where we go inside that beautiful interior redesigned by Frank Lloyd Wright. And there's the Sears Tower, tallest building in Chicago. And again, I did that video where Willis is going to lose the naming rights next month. And so Willis only had the naming rights for a few years and it's coming to an end. So I don't know what they're officially going to call the building anymore. But people colloquially still call it the Sears Tower here in Chicago. And there's the L going by there, pulling out the Quincy station. There's the W Hotel. There's the JW Marriott. Yeah, thanks for the time there. It's a Pacific time there. Yeah, we got 12:15 in the PM here, Chicago Central Time. We're in the Central Time Zone. We're an hour behind New York, 2 hours ahead of California there. Thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, thanks Ninja Firewolf there. Thanks for helping out there. So there's the 311 Southwest. That building was just sold. There's the Sears Tower. So I got time to get across. I hear some classical music being played. I don't know what's going on there. They got some ambulance. This is underneath Wells Street. This is the Wells Street L line here. Yeah, let's head down this way. Let's cross right here. Go down Wells Street here. There's Sears Tower, 1,400 feet tall. What is that? 400 meters, over 400 meters tall. Yeah, it's pretty late in Pakistan. Thanks for tuning in Pakistan there, Zubair. Hey, people tune in from all over the world. Netherlands, Canada, Pakistan. That is awesome. Every once in a while we get people tuning in from India and Australia, New Zealand. I've had people tune in from Fiji, Tahiti, Mauritius, Grenada. I mean, it's amazing. People, we're all connected all over the place here. I hear that classical music. I can't tell where it's coming from. Here's that ambulance we saw, 42. I think we saw it earlier. Can't tell. Chicago Fire Department, yeah. Finally found its destination here. So we'll head to the South Loop here. Along Wells Street here. What time we got? 12:17. We're doing good here. Iceland. Wow, that is awesome. Thanks, Nelios. Yeah. Yeah, so we have a tower that looks similar to the World Trade Centers. That's the one that we lost in New York City. There was two of them, of course. It's called the Aon building. It used to be the Stan Roy building. It looks really similar to the Aon there, or to the World Trade Centers, but it's not as tall. It's only 1,100. I think the World Trade Centers were almost as tall as the Sears Tower. They were like 1,400 feet tall, over 400 meters. But yeah, this is Chicago. We're on Wells Street. And we'll head down towards the South Loop here. As soon as we cross Ida B. Wells, I'll let you know here. Hey, there's the morning special, 1950 for parking. A lot of the parking garages are having trouble. People are not driving, and so there's all these empty parking garages downtown. Still, 4 or 5 years after the pandemic, and they don't know what to do with all this parking garage space. So I venture to say there probably won't be any new parking garages built in the Loop for a long time, unless something changes. And again, you know, with self-driving cars, there'll be less of a need for parking spots. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Where are they going to store the cars when they're not being driven? You know, that's a problem they're starting to have in California, where they're testing out there's these parking lots that become like an annoying nuisance for people that have to live around them. Yeah, happy lunchtime there. How you doing there, Doreen? Thanks for tuning in here. So here's the this is the southwest corner of the Loop here in Chicago. And we'll cross. This is Van Buren. This is looking east on Van Buren, southern part of the Loop here. And that's the back of there. Oops. Hey, Greek chicken, or Greek kitchen. Greek kitchen. I meant to say kitchen. Chicken came out. Here's the Dixon building. We don't have to get down here. We're extreme southern part of the Loop here. There's a fire department. And here's the Vogue building, 400 South Wells, if you're trying to follow along there. Here's the real working Chicago Fire Department within the Loop. We know of the other one on the other side, Lakeshore East there. And this is there's the post office. We'll get a better view of it. Engine number 1, ambulance number 41. There's the old stock exchange building. The Chicago Stock Exchange was at the bottom. Look, Chris, we got a water tower. Look at this building for sale. There's a restaurant here. Trattoria Italiano Ristorante. Yeah, so here we'll cross Ida B. Wells if we can. I don't know if there's a crosswalk here, so I probably have to cross behind this car here. And don't do this at home, kids. The reason I'm doing this, there's not a crosswalk on this side, because this is the last crosswalk before this becomes the Eisenhower Expressway. So once these cars get to this light and they go underneath the old post office, you don't have to stop forever. It becomes the U.S. Interstate Highway System. There you see you can go to Aurora, and you can get to Indiana, Wisconsin through the Dan Ryan or the Kennedy. You can go to the Jane Byrne Expressway. That's the old post office building. So when Sears Roebuck and Montgomery Ward used to ship everything by mail. That was the largest post office in the world, probably, at least in the United States. And now it's offices. They renovated it, and you drive, the highway goes right through it. Look at this, Ida B. Wells here. So here we'll cross into the South Loop here once we get the light. There we go. So here's the old Chicago Stock Exchange. Actually, it's the new Stock Exchange. They tore down the old Stock Exchange. Richard Nickel lost his life trying to preserve the Louis Sullivan, and they're still they recreated the old Stock Exchange. You can see it at the Art Institute of Chicago. We've gone in there. I guess I need to do that again. It gets lost in all the content here. But here's coming off the highway here. So here, let's head down Wells Street here. Now we're in the South Loop of Chicago. And there's the back of the Board of Trade right there. 100 building. Casciatori. Am I saying that right? Yeah, we're losing a lot of the water towers. So there's the Metro. Well, we might go through the LaSalle station if we got time on the way back. There's the LaSalle station there. And look at this mural. You can see this mural from when you get off the highway here. And here we're down to Harrison. Look at all this new housing they recently built. Remember that 2 years ago this was under construction. They built some more housing. That's why I want to come down here. There's so much more housing being built down here in the South Loop. And they want to build more on the 78. It's going really slow. So we'll see if any more evidence of construction here. There's a little Riverwalk thing that I want to check out over here. So we'll wait for the lights here. Yeah, that was all down 2 years ago. Look how they're still working on the Harrison. You can't go across there. I remember I tried to ride a bike across there and it's all messed up. So here we'll head down just for another block, and then afterwards we got 1223 here. We're doing a good time here. And hey, yeah, we'll cross here because look at this amazing view you get to the 311 South Wacker, the Sears Tower. That's the old AT&T building. And then look at this mural here. There's a mural, the old Chicago Stock Exchange, LaSalle Street Station. Look at this mural, this person with the water tower. Caution. 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 Yeah, Michael and Anita, thanks for being on. We got 50 degrees. Such a nice day here. We got some wind, but that's okay. But as people are out enjoying the break from the deep freeze here. And I think even tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 50s for a high too, which is pretty good for February. So thanks for scrolling. Thanks for not scrolling there. Thanks for checking out our content here. And yeah, we got a few people that cover Chicago. All those weirdos that just walk around Chicago showing buildings and people. Yeah, here's this new housing. 221 West Harrison, South Loop of Chicago. There's a nice little Riverwalk over here. It was damaged, and I think hopefully they restored it. And I want to check it out here. So they're supposed to see this empty lot. There's supposed to be another tower here. So see this empty lot? It's called the Reed Condominiums. So that's the Reed there. There's supposed to be more built in this lot, and they're waiting. They're working on this. This is where, that's you get the Lower Wacker. That's how you get the Lower Wacker Drive from, you come off the Eisenhower there, and you can take the bypass, Wacker Drive. And there's the new post office. That's the new post office facility. Yeah, this thing's Harrison Street Overlook Riverwalk. People are over here, so let's just check this out. So eventually the Riverwalk's gonna connect all the way to Chinatown. And this is, hey, look at that, that's cute. It's awesome. Hey, walking the dog there. And yeah, see the post office. This is the Harrison Street Bridge, South Loop of Chicago. There's the Sears Tower, 311 South Wacker. You see where this cool dude's walking here. We got this nice river walk here, South Loop of Chicago. We got some seating here. There's the Harrison Bridge. This lift for the sailboats. And this is the South Branch Chicago River. There's the post office, the new post office. There's that power plant. Remember, Chris, we took the water taxi right past that on our way to Chinatown. Look at this artwork. Look at that. There's the Board of Trade there. And eventually there'll be more. This is all housing. This is all housing. And look at this nice boardwalk. Yeah, the forecast is pretty good. Yeah, if we can get to low 60s, that would be amazing. Look at that. It might be warmer where you're at. Yeah, thanks for tuning in here. You were just in Belmont. Hey, that's good. Yeah, we went up to Belmont last week. There's the Sears Tower. You see how, yeah, you got this nice view. This aligns with the, so there's a seagull, and there comes a plane. But here, we'll just walk around here, and then we'll head right over to Dearborn Station. Then we'll walk through Printers Row. We'll check out some more of the South Loop here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we caught one of those really warm spring days. I hope it happens again there this March. And yeah, let me know how your recovery goes. Maybe eventually, you know, if you come into the city, we can check. I'll make sure I won't wear you out this time. I feel bad. Chris came into town a few times last year, and we walked the guy all over the place. I feel bad. Wore you out. We'll figure something out. See, we got some wind here. We're by the Chicago River, so thanks for dealing with the wind. I know it's annoying, but hey, it brings authenticity to the Windy City here. Here they call this the Reed South Bank. We'll take you by the harbor. There's a harbor here for Marina City. Bertrand Goldberg, the same architect that did Marina Towers there by the Riverwalk that we usually walk by further north here. There's another marina he designed it. It looks really similar, it's just not as tall. Look at this nice rock seawall they got. But it's pretty, there's like railroad yards and stuff that come out of Union Station. There's an Amtrak rail yard. There's the Sears Tower looking behind us. See, we just came from this Riverwalk boardwalk. What do they got here? They got some lights out here. What is this? And of course, it's really windy because I'm around a tall building, and anytime you get around a tall building, it funnels the wind around the corners at the bottom. Thanks for dealing with the wind here. Yeah, the Sears catalog. They used to ship all that stuff out. That's the old post office building there. Here's the new post office. And it's all built on top of railroad yards. And in the old days, they used to ship mail on railroads, but now it's all trucked and airmail, as we all know. Hey, look at that. There's the Marina City. So that's Bertrand Goldberg, same architect that did Marina Towers, the corncob buildings, and this is down on the South Branch between, it's in the South Loop, north of Chinatown. And look how they don't even remove these boats. These boats stay year-round, and they just cover them up. Look, they saran wrap the boats. You see this, Chris? Look, you just cover up the back there, it's fine. And I'm sure that's expensive boat slips there. Look at, you can really see the section of the building here, how revolutionary the style was. You get a mid-century modern, the true classic, unique style, Bertrand Goldberg, the architect. And so here we're on, I'll get you the name of the street here. I think we're south of Harrison here. We're like on Taylor Street. Is that what this is? No, this can't be Taylor. Let me get you the name of the street here. And look how they got like an outdoor covered area. And of course, you know, when you drive along Wells, there's an old wall here. It's historic. I think it used to be part of when there used to be rail. There was a different building here, and they saved part of this wall and incorporated it into the lower level of the Marina City here. Polk. So this is Polk Street. I knew it wasn't Taylor. This is Polk Street. See, it's named after this. We got Harrison, Polk, and Taylor, the presidents like in the 1800s, mid 1800s. So Wells Street. See, and we're going to head over. That's Dearborn Station. We're going to go to Dearborn Station, the southern end of Printers Row there. And here we'll cross the street here. This is Wells Street. And then here I'll show you. I'll get across here. This car's trying to turn. See, there's the Marina City, and then you see how they got this. They saved this portion from whatever was there before, and then they got a green roof there, which at the time this was built, like no other buildings had green roofs. You know, that was very revolutionary when that was built. Hey, look, here's the Metro. There's the Metro heading into LaSalle Street. Oh, it's just an engine. So they reversed the engine. They're going to link it up to a line of passenger cars and pull it out of the station here. So maybe once we get on the other side, we might see them pull out. Hey, you can have a boat. Chicago's a great boating town here. We got some, at least in the summertime. The only problem is we got a short boating season, you know, so positive, negatives, everything. But if you got a place like in Florida and a place in Chicago, you know, it could work. It's a place for the winter, a place for the summer. Here, this is where the train, that's LaSalle stations. We're at Polk here, and we'll go underneath the metro tracks here. Look, there's some water seeping down the wall there. Look at that. There comes that sanitation truck here. Hey, how you doing? No, that's a tow truck. What am I saying? It's a Illinois Minuteman. We saw an Illinois Minuteman going down to Dan Ryan there on Friday when we were over walking across the Dan Ryan. We're here, Polk Street, LaSalle Street. Maybe we'll get a train pulling out of here. There's a nice view to the Sears Tower here from LaSalle Street Station, Polk and LaSalle. Here, let's keep going. 12:32. Alvin, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, my friends from Canada. Yeah, we're pretty warm today. We're 50 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that? 10 degrees Celsius, above freezing. So we'll take it. Any day above freezing in Chicago is a good day, especially in February. So we're on Polk Street at Clark here. We'll go by the historic Dearborn train station, that clock tower right there. And that stuff's on State Street here. So here we'll cross the street. So here's Clark Street. And actually, I want to stay on this side. So while we're here, is it there? One of these blocks, the Scientology built a new headquarters, and it's right around here. I think it's in this block or this block. I can't remember which one. I'm going to cross the street here, and then we're going to head over. Hey, look at this half sour. This used to be, remember Boston Blackies? This used to be a Boston Blackies. It was a restaurant, and there was a Boston Blackies up in Streeterville, but we lost it. Here, we got the light here. Yeah, there's where, okay. So I'm not going to go over there. Last time I went over there, people started yelling at me. There's the Scientology is right there, and they moved. They used to have their headquarters in Chicago on Lincoln, north of Belmont, across from the Lincoln tap room there. And it was, you know, that was used in The Color of Money, which I always thought was interesting because of Tom Cruise is associated with Scientology, and it was, to me, that was a more interesting location. But hey, they're mixing the sauce there. Here's Dearborn Station. Look at this beautiful historic rail head house. Where, you know, they tore down the shed behind it, but you can go in there. Well, last time we went in there, people were playing bridge, and they got a little courtyard in there. This is the Dearborn Station here in Chicago, the South Loop, and we'll go up Dearborn, which is called Printers Row. See, this is all part of Printers Row. All these buildings here, they're really long and narrow. These long, narrow blocks. In the old days, they would allow light on both sides. We used to print a lot of books and ship them out on the railroads. And that's why Dearborn Station here was also a major passenger station at the end of the southern end of the loop here. And that's why there's amazing density coming out of this station. So here's Dearborn, 12:35. I better start heading back. Here's Roots Pizza. There's Roots Pizzas all over the city. We might see some Roots Pizza when we do the Iditarod, because I think that's one of the stops. And here we're heading up Dearborn Street. This is all Printers Row. Look at these amazing buildings, Printers Row, all along here. Roosevelt Clears. And they got some outdoor seating and stuff. Yeah, Boston Blackies. Yeah, the TV series. Yeah, I remember it was a Boston Blackies. It wasn't always a Boston Blackies. It was something else. And maybe I'm wrong there, but thanks, Merck. And yeah, wild card. So here, look at that. Here's the Franklin Company. They got this, the first impression of the Gutenberg printing press there. And of course, this is all for Printers Row. Look at this beautiful glazed brick here in the tile that they made. Dearborn Station here, Printers Row, Chicago. And here's San Myers Bookstore. This is a great locally owned bookstore, San Myers Bookstore, right here in Printers Row. They have the Lit Fest in fall, and maybe we'll check this out sometime. Here, there's bike lanes. There's Casey's Tavern. Look at those fire escapes. There's the Donahue building. And then here's this little square in Printers Row. You see how they got the typefaces reversed on the little benches you could sit on. It's like the typeface where you'd roll the ink on there and it's in reverse. So, and there's a beautiful fountain, but they got it covered up. It's an Art Deco fountain, and we got other video of it. Oh, Blackie had a dog at a TV show. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's like Lassie. Here we'll head straight up Dearborn, and we might cut upstate and just head upstate then. But hey, 50 degrees, we'll take it. Hey, Sophie Italian. Hey, you get the restaurant right here. There's the tequila bar. Cervezas, margaritas, and sangria right here on Dearborn Street, Printers Row. Yeah, we'll walk past. There's these beautiful block of historic vintage skyscrapers. Some of the oldest skyscrapers in the world were built here because of the amazing density from the railroads, and these railroad stations would concentrate. People wanted to be right next to the railroad stations for multiple reasons. Yeah, asbestos. There's a lot of asbestos in these buildings. There's always asbestos abatement. Yeah, some of the lassies were laddies, or laddies were lassies, and male and female dogs there, I know. Here, I want to stay on this side of the street here. So we missed the light. That's okay, we'll try to cross the street here. Look at these buildings, these vintage skyscrapers. We'll get those ones over there once we get up north of Ida B. Wells here. Here, what are you doing? Yeah, we'll cross here. There's nobody coming. Hey, you got the bike lanes here. Look at these bay windows here. Look at the block here. What is this? Animal hospital. Hey, look, Chris, they got your sticker there. There's Chris's sticker all over everything. Potbelly. These are just beautiful buildings on either side of the street here. If you like, look at this Morton. Look at that Pontiac. They name the buildings. Remember, Jen, we always talk about. We like it when they name the buildings. The Franklin building. I thought the other one was the Franklin building. I guess there's two Franklin buildings. And I can't tell what this one is. There's a Melly Cafe, a Greek cafe here. Look at that. Hey, that's how you do it. You just wheel yourself down. That's good. This guy's probably going to talk to me. We'll see what he has to say. He'll be like, look at this live streamer. What are you, a tourist? So here we'll cross here. There's an amazing view once we get to the corner here. There's an amazing view to the Sears Tower, the Board of Trade, the 311 South Wacker. And then that's the federal courthouse there, Board of Trade, Sears Tower. So you might put my fares, the stock exchange. And look, we'll get a nice view to the, there's the Harold Washington Library. This is Ida B. Wells, used to be Congress. Got nice views. These are the buildings I was talking about. These are some of the oldest, most significant, architecturally, historically, vintage skyscrapers in Chicago. And this is the Manhattan building. It was built in the late 1800s, early 1890s, after the Home Insurance Company. It's William LeBaron Jenney, the same architect that designed the first skyscraper that was torn down to build a taller building. And this is you see how it looks like it's multiple buildings stacked on top of each other. Here's the I don't even care about gas prices. I sometimes do gas prices. I don't even care anymore because I don't have a car. Here's the Plymouth building. It's stuck in between it. There you can see that federal courthouse. Here comes the L train. The L train is going to come right through here. This is the library stop on the loop here. Moving to Chicago. Hey, Bobby, thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, well, hopefully the worst of the winter weather's over. Hopefully we won't go through another cold snap like we went through this week. If we can make it through March and April, yeah, we can get to spring here. But this is called the Old Colony Building. Another early vintage skyscraper, 1890s. This was built in the 1890s. And right next to and that's the Fisher's Building. Chris knows the Fisher's Building there. Again, more window than wall. 1890s, 1900 around. I think that was built later. These are older. These ones along here. And then we cross the street here. This is Van Buren. This is underneath Van Buren here. Here's the Manadnock building. The Manadnock building. The southern end is steel frame construction. The northern end is load-bearing walls. And we walk through the bottom sometimes. Hopefully, I got 12:42, so I don't have much time to spin here. But it's an early arcade. And look, we got a barber shop, a real barber shop here. Look at the door handles and the old light fixtures. Used to be floor-door shoes. See the Manadnock, that's how you spell it, M-O-N-A-D-N-O-C-K. It's like you step back in time here. Look, there's a Harry's Sandwich Shop. Here's Harry's Sandwich Shop. Smells great. I gotta lower my voice here, it really echoes. That's closed. But here's the Floridora. Everything's on sale here. They got some look at the old letter boxes. The letters would drop down. Yeah, you know, that's why I do this, because I know not everybody can be in this city, can afford to live in this city. It's an expensive city. And so at least virtually we can show dashing. This is a real shoe store. They can repair your shoes. They even have shoe shines in here. Look at that. Getting the shoe shine there. Look at that. And this is the shoe store. They got all the equipment. They actually fix your shoes, leather. And it's called the Shoe Hospital. It's called the Shoe Hospital. That's what they call it. Right here, there's JC Jewelers here. This is the, look at these stairs. This is the Manadnock building, the letterbox. And here's a florist. Look at all the flowers here. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Appreciate it. Yeah, what a beautiful building here. Yeah, here's the clothers here. And here's my favorite here. They have a real haberdashery, a hat store right here. There he's wearing the hat there. Look at all the Optimo hats. They got all the molds for the hats. And they'll measure you. Intelligentsia Coffee. Here we go, the Manadnock building. I'll show you more. Look at this beautiful heating vent. Optimo hat makers, a real haberdashery right here. And 53, it's 53, what is this, Jackson? Yeah, Dearborn and Jackson. Load-bearing walls on this side. This is the Manadnock building. I got to cross the street here. I'll show it to you once we get across the street here. Thanks for tuning in here. Welcome to Chicago. We just walked through the Manadnock building. This is 1892. This is a load-bearing wall. See how thick the walls are at the bottom? And then the north end is steel frame construction. So these are some of the oldest skyscrapers in the world right here in Chicago as far as tall buildings. And here we'll cross the street here, and we'll head over to State Street here. And there's the we'll show the Calder statue there. There's the modernist flamingo there. That's in the Federal Plaza. And there's the Marquette building. We went inside there and saw those mosaics of Joliet and Marquette. And here we'll head over here. Here's the Here's Garrett's Popcorn right there. These are the Federal Plaza here. This is the Dirksen building. The other one is Kluzinski. There you can see over to the Harold Washington. UIC has Law Center here. Yeah, I'm from the Midwest. I've been in the Midwest my whole life. I did not grow up in Chicago. I spent the first, over half my life I've been in Chicago. I moved here 26 years ago in 1999, but I grew up in the country of Indiana. I went to Cincinnati for college, University of Cincinnati, so go Bearcats. But then I moved here after college. I've been here ever since. So a lot of people in the Midwest, if you want to move to a big city, you gravitate towards Chicago. If you go, a lot of my other friends went to East Coast, West Coast, but some of them came back to the Midwest too. So here we'll head over to State Street. Actually, I might go up Wabash. Wabash is such a beautiful street, and then we'll be able to see the L tracks. We got 1246 here. Thanks for joining me on a nice loop walk here. And if you missed it, you can watch the reruns here. Here's the DePaul University has a building here. There's a lot of empty storefronts down here at the southern end of State Street. And there's the Harold Washington Library. And then this is State Street looking north. You can see all the way up to the Chicago Theater. It's way up there. So look at these beautiful, look at the bottom of this building here. Look at that amazing window bays here and storefronts. There's the pink line. There's the L tracks here on Wabash. So we'll walk up Wabash. We'll have the L tracks. I might lose my connection for a second because there's like spots where I lose my connection, but I still want to risk it. There's a nice little box alley here with a coffee shop that I'll briefly show here. Yeah, thanks JM and Bobby. And you got to get a boiler. Yeah, write a song there. Shoe Hospital. Yeah, we went by the Shoe Hospital there, right on in the Manadnock building there. There's a Chicago alley there. Look at those. Look at that fire escape. Would you want to go down that fire escape there, man? If you had to, I guess. In Japan, they got some really interesting stairs. Most of those buildings, because of earthquake, they got external stairs. So here, yeah, welcome to the southern end of the loop here, Chicago. Here's this box alley. They call it Pickwick Place, 20 East Jackson. See how there's coffee here? There's a coffee shop there. In the summertime, they put tables. And look at that. They got the connection there. Look at this amazing density. We're right here, Jackson Street. Here's the Beatrix Market here. Look at this. Look at this very collegiate looking building. DePaul University's there. We'll head over to Wabash. This is Jackson, in between Wabash and State. It's the Pickwick. Jay City Walking Girl, she shows that too. She's got some nice reruns of it. Hey, thanks, D. Michael. Thanks for the word of the day there. Yeah, I got Appalachian roots, so I can laugh at myself there. Yeah, it makes sense. Here's central camera, so hopefully my connection will hold out. This usually when I try to film this, usually my connection cuts out. It's like makes me paranoid. Here's a real old camera shop here in the loop. It's got a nice. It's on Wabash Street here, just north of Jackson here, since 1899. Central Camera here. They actually, the old Kodak developed the film there, and we were so shocked that this store was looted in 2020. We were like, don't loot the mom and pop there, you know. Don't. And thankfully it's still going here. Here's the Shecker restaurant here, Wabash here. We'll head up to what do we got here? 22 Tavern here. 222. 22 Tavern, 222 South Wabash here. See, we're going by the Adams and Wabash Station. Sounds of the city there. Am I streaming okay? Good, clear the rear there. 1850 morning special. That looks like the parking garage for Ferris Bueller. Hey, Bob Marley, One Love here. They got the fabrics. Adams and Wabash. Hey, Chicago Water Management. There you catch the orange, green, purple, pink, and brown lines here. We'll go by Miller's Pub here. Here's underneath. So the Art Institute's over there. This is Route 66. This is Adams. There you see to the Sears Tower. And we already went by there earlier. Here's Miller's Pub on Wabash. Hey, we're seeing some cool stuff today. Look at it biking down, right down Wabash there. 50 degrees. Here's Miller's Pub. World famous rib steaks. Family owned and operated since 1935. Here, go to Miller's Pub. It's got an interesting old world vibe to it. You feel like you're in Mad Men, like you're straight out of the 60s, you know. Here's the Palmer House Hilton. There's the train pulling in. See the Palmer House Hotel. We go inside there sometime. I always lose my connection when I go in there. We got 1251, so I got to get back. We got reruns where we go through there, and you can check it out. So here, 124 South Wabash. Here's Sugar Bliss. You ate there before seeing Star Wars at the Symphony. That is awesome. We caught some of the practice last year for that. Yeah. There goes the green line. So here at Wabash, we're at Monroe Street. Monroe and Wabash, loop of Chicago. Heading north. See, Showing Crack is back. There's the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. Yeah, Jewelers Row here, we're back at it. There's there's the Palmer House Hilton, Gothic Target, Jewelers Row. Yeah, New York's fantastic, but we're in Chicago, so thanks for tuning in, seeing the other city here. Here's Carson Prairie. See, it says Carson Prairie Scott, 36 South Wabash. The history of the uses are in the building. And look at this, they saved these facades. They actually tore them down to build this building. And they actually saved the facade, and it's a parking garage behind it, but there is storefronts and stuff that faces this way, which I've been in there. There used to be the Tilted Kilt was over there, and you could see the L. You were right at the level of the L train. It was you sit at the bar there. It was nice. Here's a Nando's. See, Nando's are all over. South African cuisine here. This is Wabash. Look at the top of these buildings. Look at that. And we're gonna get the L train's gonna pull into the station here, so maybe we'll get the L train going by. Here's a train coming. Here it comes. Here comes the brown line. Top of the Pittsfield building there. He thought he saw Putty Cat. Sylvester the cat. There's the train pulling out of the there, Jewelers Center. There's the orange line heading to Midway there. It's looking south on Wabash here. We'll head across here. Sounds of the city here. Look, way up there, there's a sign. There, we can cross here. So, Chicago Landmark Diamond Center. Here's the link station that'll get you. You take that bus, it'll take, or any of these buses should take you over to the. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Something's going on here. Somebody fell down, but they're doing something over there. So I crossed the street at the wrong time here. There's something going on here. So here, we'll keep going up this way. There's always something going on. Is that the line? This could be the line for, let's see what this is here. So this could be the line for the tacos. This could be the line for the food truck. No, there's something else going on here, so I don't know what's going on here. Do you know what this is, sir? Do you know what this is, or is this for an event or anything, or?
This is just high school.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's just high school. They're just getting out of high school here. There's a high school here, and I remember that's what they were just playing around. Unfortunately, 2 teenagers lost their life here last year. We were live streaming when it happened. There was a memorial here. That's why the shoes are there. It happened right here because there's a high school in this building. Okay, good. So now I understand. It was just the class. They're probably going over to the Art Institute for a field trip or something. They were wearing Well, here, Museum of Illusions. We've gone in there. This is Wabash Street. Yeah, there's something happening here. What it is, it's not exactly clear. Here, you gotta stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going around. Kind of feels like the 60s. Here, we'll cross, where are we at here? Washington and Wabash. Look at this beautiful building here. Washington and Wabash here. We got the light. Of course, we know what this building is. Look at that vintage skyscraper there. Chicago building. Or no, that's the Reliance building. Excuse me, that's the Reliance building. I said it wrong. And here we'll head, that's why that guy looked at me so funny. He's like, this is just, we're just getting out of school, you know. Here's the Garland building. So here we'll head up this way. Look at that. So this is Wabash Street still. We'll get the Jewelers building, the Trump Tower in the background there. Look at that. And yeah, here's Jewelers Row, this historic district. We lost Heaven on 7. Heaven on 7, the 7th floor. It's gone, baby, gone. And let's see if I could, look at this. I think someone did this, they just put this, they did it themselves. They put that in the street there. Here, I'll show it again. I'm waiting for people to go by here. Look at this. I think someone just did it on their own. There was a crack in the sidewalk, and they took these old glass tile pieces, and look, M-M-M-M-M-M, E-M-E-M-E-M. Look at this nice little artwork in the sidewalk as you walk up Wabash. This is south of Randolph and north of Washington on Wabash here on the east side of the street. Art Fix, yeah. You saw Stills and Young and wow, Crosby, Stills and Young. That is awesome. Was Nash there? So there was Crosby, Stills and Nash, of course. You know, the power trio there, and then Neil Young joined them in the early 70s. And yeah, of course, Crosby, Stills and Nash. I'm sure that had to be amazing. 1971. Thanks for Carla. That is awesome. Yeah, I know the hopelessly wondering, helplessly. So here, let's head over. We'll head over this way. We'll go by the Cultural Center here. Yeah, see, look at the nice mosaics they got on the side there. There's an art center right in there. They do work with a lot of the local students and high schools. And there's the Cultural Center. See, it's called the Design Museum of Chicago, Expo 72. I think it has something to do with the address. It's 72 East. Look at this sculpture. Right here on Randolph and Garland Court, they got that nice mosaic behind the Cultural Center. And this used to be the library, of course. Now it's the Chicago Cultural Center. Hey, Christopher, thanks for being on there. Yeah, you deserve the gift there. Christopher is a great live streamer there from the New York metro area there, so thanks for tuning in there. And yeah, if you missed it, we walked through the South Loop. We made it to the South Branch there, and saw some cool stuff here. Here's the Millennium Station entrance. A lot of people ask where the Millennium Station entrance is. Here it is. And we'll cross the street here once we get the left turns here. Here we're back at Michigan Avenue, so we'll show you this nice view looking back to the Wrigley building here. Look at that. So here we'll cross the street and we'll keep on going here. I'm just waiting for the left turns here. So Michigan Avenue, see, we were just down there. This light is so long, and I'm gonna get away here so these people, I won't be annoying these people with my voice here. Here's Jean-Baptiste Bobine on this site, the Lakeshore. Jean-Baptiste Bobine. It's not Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. He came later, 1870, built a mansion to which his bride, Josette Lamfreboise, remained here until 1845. So it shows they came from the French culture, like Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. Bobine ran a hotel. He ran a hotel. There's a Bobine court over there, and I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. And here we'll cross here at Randolph, and we'll just head up Michigan Avenue. But hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody, for lunch walk today. We had a good one here, and we'll be on TikTok tonight after 5. Enjoy this. If you're in Chicago, it's above 50 degrees today, so it's a full 50 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than it was a week ago. So enjoy this weather. It's supposed to be nice today and tomorrow, at least temperature wise. I know there's a chance of rain anytime it warms up. And so they built a restaurant, build a suite, and it's so funny. They built it before they had a tenant. So there was supposed to be a restaurant, but it's been finished for a year now, or a half a year, and a restaurant doesn't go in. Now, interesting, a new restaurant went right next door to it. It's called Esta Loca, and it's a Mexican restaurant, but it didn't go in that. And so there was supposed to be a high-rise residential building there, but it got scaled back, and it ended up being that. And so now they built it brand new, and it's just vacant. It's a very prime spot, though, so they're hoping probably some celebrity chef or somebody moves in there. So you know, if anything goes in there, I'll let you know. But here, we'll wrap this up once we get up to I'm gonna head back to the office here. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Monday there. And I gotta wait to cross the street here. There's we're back at here. I'll film the train. Oh, the train's going the other way there, so we'll, I'm trying to figure out something to film before we cross the street here. Yeah, it stopped there at the station there. See you, John James. See you, Chris. Yeah, it's so important. How many times have I walked past and not read that plaque? I know. Bobine had a house there. Of course, his hotel, the Saguenay, was over by the confluence. There's the train going around the corner there. There's the green line heading around the loop there. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Hey, here's a lost dog. Let's see. No collar is microchipped. Do not chase. So I guess that's just a general, if you're a lost dog, you can call that number in here. So we'll cross here. How you doing? I'm just streaming on YouTube here. I'm Brian Really Chicago. How you doing?
Oh my God,
hey, how you doing?
So
hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Sarah. I follow you.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for saying hello. That's good. Yeah, so on lunchtime I'm on YouTube, but appreciate it. Hey, have a good day. Enjoy this weather. That is great. So that's great, saying hello there. That's a great way to end it here. So we'll let people get back to whatever they're doing here. Have a great day. I'm going back to work. I'll see you after 5 tonight. So thanks for saying hello. And thanks Annette, Dolores, Doreen, Jim, Christopher. Thanks everybody for being on here. And we'll see you later today from Chicago. We'll enjoy this nice weather tonight. So talk to you later. Watch the rerun there. Appreciate it. Thanks.